Hello, universe. This is day 37, I believe, of 50 Days of Authenticity. And just to start with a little check-in, I'm feeling a bit, slow, down, tight. Those are some words coming to mind. Defeated is the word coming to mind. Wow. It's quite a word. So I'm just gonna sit for a couple minutes, and then I feel I would really like to just move something here. So let's just sit for, let's just say about a minute till 2 minutes. Alright. I could feel myself getting lost in streams of thoughts, like almost carried in the waves and the, what do you call it, like the raft, like not the raft, the like when you do whitewater rafting, the rapids or something. These thoughts are like just get like caught in them. So much energy. So, what's authentic at this very moment? What's authentic at this very moment? Well, what's coming up is that there's definitely a part of me that feels very sick and tired of talking about this human, about me, and then there's another part that's just like needing to get out, and as I said, needing to move something. So maybe it can be everything. Yeah. I guess just, or just don't talk. Well, honestly, what's coming up is that I don't know why I'm doing this video series. Like, it's just, I don't know. It does seem helpful for me, So I could say I'm doing it for me, and that's good enough. And it seems to benefit others slightly. Perhaps maybe some good feedback, although not recently. So yeah, it's. I mean, the point of this is more just to see what comes up, and maybe that would be a good thing to talk about. Is just, I mean, definitely the consistency thing is there. Lacking the motivation is there. Like I'm just saying right now about not having motivation to continue doing something. Maybe not like to talk about it more with others as a way of getting more motivation and not kind of keeping it to the side. Yeah, I'm really sick and tired of talking about myself though. And I kind of want to throw this phone into the window. Man. If I don't talk about myself, then I can talk about the news, which what is there to talk about in the news? There's not much feeling like that's coming out of me that is worth to say about the news. If I don't talk about myself and I don't talk about the news, I could talk about the community here. And that I do feel like I have a little bit more energy to talk about because I'm here. And could we talk about I guess in the morning we have a morning circle 3 days a week at 9 o'clock. That's like our morning meeting. And it's ways to just have a little moment of silence, to announcements relevant for the community. We welcome people with a little love shower. We just like open our hands and do a little psh towards the person. And then also we do some kind of activity typically, some kind of group activity. And today the facilitator had us actually say out loud thoughts that were kind of from parts of ourselves that are harsh or judgmental or that we don't usually speak out loud, and then see who identifies with them. So that was cool. One person said, I have a judgment that this morning circle feels fake, and that was very vulnerable and real. That person said that, put that out there, and it made me like smile, and it was like, even though I don't totally agree with that, I still was like, yeah, it's cool. It's like to be brave enough to say that. It was cool. Yeah. And then we have a midday sit at 12, from 12:45 to 1, just silent sitting. And we just gather around in a circle and sit quietly in the middle of the day. And one thing that someone said really stood out to me is like, when you don't feel like you have time to come to this, that is the time to come to this. I love that. Yeah, when you don't feel like you have the time to come, that's the time to come. So, I thought that was good. And then in terms of other like rituals that hold us together, and there's just a lot of program offerings at the moment, which is quite amazing. We're a small community, maybe about 25, 30 people living here, and every day there's multiple different things going on. Last night there was a singing circle, so just sitting in a big circle. Obviously a lot of circle sitting happening here, and there was singing, just singing. I wasn't there for a lot of it, but just I think singing, sweet songs, nature-based songs, healing songs, etc. in the circle. And we have breath work, we've had movie nights, we've had yoga, We've had dance, a lot of dance. We've had all kinds of things. It gives you a little taste. So yeah, so a lot happening there. And what's authentic at this moment? Oh, I just feel like crap. Oh. I do feel some motivation to keep going because I usually cut it off right about 10 minutes, and I feel like there's gold that happens when you keep on going 15-20 minutes, although my stomach does hurt a bit. And graphic warning, did have a little bit of blood in my stool today, which is something that I've had on and off for a couple of years now, and I kind of know when it happens, when I get really worked up, and I think just instead of taking it out externally, I'm taking it out internally on my insides. You know, my insides are literally squirming or clenching, and yeah, yesterday I had some real deep bout of loneliness come up, quite intense. That does feel good to say out loud. Thank you, world, for allowing me to say that out loud. I also had a really, and I'm going to talk more about me, but it does feel, authentically, it does feel good and helpful to talk about. I had an amazing conversation with a friend yesterday, about an hour and a half, and filled with a lot of authentic, just sharing what was coming up. And someone I went on retreat with last year, so able to process just a lot together. And it was beautiful. It's really beautiful. And it makes me ask the question, like, why do I feel like these conversations have been easier to have over the phone, and I haven't been able to have so much in person? And that fear of really sharing fully with the community right here. Sorry. Like thinking in my head, I'll share it out loud. Like, there's a video being recorded right here. Why are you getting lost in thought? Isn't that amazing? Man. One project that I feel called to take on here is to put up, the last community I was at, they had a board with everyone's picture and which department group they work in, and I was imagining having the same thing here. I think could be nice to have that for our community building. So I'm going to propose that. Maybe I'll stop at the volunteer office before I head to work at the cafe in a few minutes and ask that idea to them. Alright, what's authentic for this moment? I do feel like things are moving, so thank you, universe, for giving me some space to move. And make funny faces. Yeah, silliness. That's what we need here. Some more silliness. Totally, that's what we need. Good. Good. Man. yeah. What else? What is authentic at this moment? Got some tingles going on here. My right arm. What is authentic at this moment? So this is actually using a style that they use here called inquiry, where you just ask a question over and over again and see what arises. And with the idea that you're very open and that you can just be surprised at whatever comes out. So what's authentic at this moment is life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, continuing to be silly. What is authentic at this moment is needing to wash my water bottle after I finish the very thick smoothie that I made that's in there. What is authentic at this moment is feeling the need to dive into fears around sexuality. Ooh, juicy. What is authentic at this moment is seeing how gray it is outside and thinking, damn, some sunshine would be nice. Would be nice, it would be nice to have Washington on your side. I'm gonna throw, okay, it feels embarrassing to say, but authenticity alert, I just broke off a piece of my toenail and threw it in the trash. Oh, man. I'm just, and what's authentic right now is thinking about, I'm reading this book on Carl Jung and this biography and, a lot of the stuff. He published a lot of stuff into the world and a lot of it got him in trouble, and there's definitely the fear of what I'm saying here getting me in trouble in the future, because the internet is there forever and I don't have any illusion of privacy. But, I think it's good to take responsibility and own whatever, and, the people who will love me, they will understand if something that doesn't feel right. And, the larger zeitgeist, or whatever the word is, of the society is, it is what it is. I mean, I'd be blessed to deal with that. Thinking of that Billie Jean quote, that pressure is a blessing, something like that. And I'd be blessed to, although I'm sure when I think of it at the time, I'd be blessed to be put in a situation where I feel, the what is being expressed here is important enough for someone to go back and make a comment on it. I've had this feeling for a long time that, yeah, life is not fun just sitting on the sidelines. Very much a Hamilton Burr thing, Hamilton's criticism of Burr of not taking a side. And, as much as I believe in non-dualism, also feeling like life is also dualistic too, and having to embrace that side as well, picking a side. And picking a side and not picking a side. I don't know how you do that, but just being authentic to how I feel, which is, I guess, what this is all about. It is good. It is good to speak. Alright, we're approaching 20 minutes. I don't know what the longest one is. I think it was right around 20, if I remember correctly. So maybe we'll go for a little bit more. It doesn't matter. Oh! What's authentic at this moment is I'm wondering what my intentions are for the time in the cafe. And I have the intention to just be present. And I'd like to just have fun with my colleague, get to know her better. And make people some amazing drinks that they'll be like, wow, that's amazing. Exactly what I need on this gray day. people some really, really phenomenal drinks. Alright, universe. This is helpful. Thank you. Till next time.